Minnesota Vikings taking on the Green Bay Packers. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. McCarthy going to put it up right away. Open man is Jalen Naylor. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 25 yards that time.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Addison hauls it in. That one a first down pickup of 8.
A gain of 8. And the Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
An inside give to Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. And he is caught. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Minnesota.
Sticking with the pass. Here's McCarthy. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Right off the bat, they start with a very solid, methodical 10-play drive.
And you know me, I tend to look at things from the defensive side. They're coming off the field gassed right away. We're in the first drive of the game. So it's not just what happened, but think of the emotion you carry into a game. Then double it with getting a 10-play drive put on you and points scored. They're pretty tired right now.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Their own 32-yard line.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he goes out right around the 39. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 3. To pass. Here's Jordan Love. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing. Love. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
First down.
Love. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Doubs, 39 yards. And the Packers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And he knew he was going to take a shot in the pocket. He did, but he also found a way to get it into the end zone.
And that has to ease the pain a little bit of the shot he took, didn't it? Being able to throw it into the end zone for a touchdown.
McManus's point after is good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 4. Up the middle, Jones. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on third down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Following the interception, Love. That's complete to Dobbs. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
At the 27-yard line.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
A gain of 6.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Christian Watson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14 to 7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now McCarthy. Open man is narrow. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Vikings 1st down.
Now they'll toss to Jones running left. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. This is 2nd and 8. Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
At the 45-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14 to 7. 2nd down and 8. Throwing is McCarthy. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Packers pick it up. Down the sideline he goes. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
McManus's point after is good. And it's now 21 to 7.
21. Vikings 7.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. A false start backs him up 5, first and 15. Here's McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To the air with McCarthy. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Third down and 13.
Loss of 4 yards. And it's third down. Third and long.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let it just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
McCarthy operating from the gun. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
First down, Vikings.
A final shot before break. McCarthy. He's going to take another shot here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Love now. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing
pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Love from the gun. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the 2nd half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this 2nd half.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
They go quickly here out to Moore. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
McCarthy going to throw again. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, It comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. Looking to throw McCarthy. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. J.J. McCarthy with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. To throw now, here's Love. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Love. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Love going to stay out there. They'll take a chance on 4th down. They'll look to throw again. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Again, it's Love. Over the middle, complete. It's Reed. And he'll be brought down in what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. First and 10 here. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Even with the good gain, I thought they might accept that one.
Yeah, you thought maybe they'd go with the downs as opposed to the yardage. So if you're taking the yardage now, second and less than 5, that tells me you feel good about how your offense is working.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Packers are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Christian Watson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level. You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Open man downfield, it's Naylor. And he'll be ridden out of bounds all the way down at the 15-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 41 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on on downs. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Price now to return.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
6 yards. It's second down.
Back to throw. McCarthy. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Lambeau faithful making as much noise as they can. It's third down.
But it's third down.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. That one complete to Naylor. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
And the Vikings.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Second and 10.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Sticking with the pass, here's McCarthy. Able to find Jones. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. Going for it. Here's McCarthy. That's caught by Addison. And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Completed out left to Dobbs. And he has a Packer first down, and that should be the one that finishes the script.
First down.
Love. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs from 13 yards out. And the Packers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. One final shot. They'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And got his man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.